This is Sun Yong, your option trading specialist. I wanted to talk about when I should close my trade. First of all, let's talk about Twitter. I have this trade set up to close my Twitter, an 18-day trade, and it ended up closing it today at 10.54 credit. So how much did I make? When I went into this trade, my debit was $4.97. And obviously you could see I did a one contract. So it cost me $497 to get into this trade. And I ended up making $557 in 5 days. I didn't hold it for a whole 18 days of trade, but just 5 days. That ended up being, I was making $111.40 per day. Now, how long did that take for me to make $111.40 per day? Took me like maybe 2 minutes to set this Twitter up on my options. So that's a huge value, because a lot of times if you were to make like a $10 an hour, you have to work 10 hours or, like actually 11 hours to make $111.40 per day. So you could see the huge values where it took me 2 minutes or so to set this options and made $111.40. Now, I have here Pfizer, which is the drug company. And obviously, by looking at this, I'm making $1,288.60. Now, I made this kind of money today. Why did I not close this? Well, I'm going to show you why I may want to hold it. I still have 10 days left, and this is the put. So which means it's a down trade. So if I was to go to Pfizer and I want this market to go down below 51.37. So this is the market after the market closed, market price of 51.37 after the market closed today. Now, we may want to pay close attention, because what happens is overnight, this number could change. So right now, so far, it hasn't changed. Okay, it's 51.37 here. And you noticed I have a 10-day left on my trade, and this is a 10-day movement chart, and it could go down to 49.99. That means if the market goes down to this below at 49.99, I could make more than $1,288.60. So that's what I'm hoping for. So right now, by looking at my journal, I'm going to refer to my journal because I journal everything. And if we were to look at the Pfizer here, okay. And obviously, I have made $1,788 yesterday, and today only $1,288. So I wrote down the credit limit of closing. By journaling it, I'm able to refer back to yesterday's journal, and I put this back on the closing credit of $12.55. And as you could see, it's almost 12, like the 11.999 and 50 cents here. So $11.99. So if this closing credit was to move to $12.55, then I know that I'll make $1,788 instead of $1,288.66. And I still have 10 days left, and I have a pretty good feeling that it could go down to below 51.37 within the next 10 days that I have left on my option trading. The reason is because we know this, right? So how much of a movement there is between 53, the highest, and 51.37. That's about what, $3 difference of movement there. And but because this is a down trade, there's a 50, 49.99, and 51.37. So that's basically say $50, $50 right here, and 51. There's a $1.37 movement between the current market and the lowest. But if you want to look at closer, 53.92, which is the highest, minus 49, let's say $50, 50, close to that, okay? So it'll be 9, so $3.92 movement within 10-day movement there. So knowing what I know, that I will wait for this Pfizer to move lower than 51.37, hopefully down to what we talked about, 49.99, okay? Or if you were to look at a 5-day movement, even down to 50.41. So what was my market then? Yesterday, when I was making $1,788, I'm looking over my journal here. Market was 50.73 yesterday when I recorded at closing credit of 12.55 and 50.73 is the market. At 12.55 the current market of closing yesterday, and was making $1,788.10 to be exact. I had 11 days left on it, but it's a day later. And obviously, this market has moved up a little bit, 50.73 to 51.37 today. That's what I'm, making less money compared to yesterday, 1,288.60. So that's the reason why I set my closing credit back to what I have written down, 12.55. Now, day before that, I was making $1,581.10. And then day before that, I was making $1,648.60. So I'm taking the highest PL open, profit and loss open balance here by journaling my journal every day. And market was 50.73 yesterday. And so I know that it's going to go down again. So that is one of the reasons why I did not close today, because I got 10 days left. And I have a great feeling that it's going to move down even lower than 51.37. Now, I could be wrong, because our market is just going up and down like a roller coaster, and you never know. And again, comes tomorrow, this might go up higher, and I could lose, more money, so I won't make as much money. How do I know that? Well, look at the highest market. It's 51.37. It could go up to, 51.99. So if you were to look at the one-day movement, okay, and highest today, now make sure that we pay attention to today's date. So this is one-day movement. Obviously, it starts at 7:04 a.m. right down here, 8, 8:39, 9:30, 10. And highest market at 13:48. So about 12 minutes till 2 o'clock before the market closed, it was at 51.47. That's 10 cents more than what current market shows. They're closed at 51.37. So that's not the highest, right? But that's only 10 cents. But if we go here, highest candlesticks for the day, make sure it is after the market opened. So if you were to look at this, my pencil, and go straight down to where my pencil is, right here. Okay. So it was at, pay attention to the time here. Okay. It moves to like 9 o'clock, 9:14. So if I was to hover over this highest point of candlesticks for today and look down at the time, it says 9:18 a.m. today. 9:18 a.m. It was 51.51. Okay. So you look at the price on the side here, on the right side, right there. 51.51. So again, we looked at this right here, 51.47 was 10 cents, but right here, 51.51 and 51.37. So that would be only about somewhere around about 18 to 20 cents. We could do that number here. So 51.51. Actually, I could even bring a calculator here, 51.37. So you have a calculator right in here. Okay, go to the plus and the select gadget, select the calculator here. And I would have to move my Zoom meeting picture so I could see. So we knew it was 51.51. So if you were to take 51.51 minus 51.37, okay, so 14 cents. 14 cents difference, and that could be quite a bit of money when it comes to making profits. Okay, so that's only 10 cents, 51.47 to 51.37. Highest was 51.52. Now, because I have a 10 days left, I may want to maybe go to my 10-day movement. So let's take a look at that. So 10-day movement, highest is 53.92. Wow. So you take 53.92 minus 51.37 current market after the market closed, $2.55 movement there. Or if you were to take 51.37 minus 49.99, right? Because we want this market to go down for me to make money because it's a down trade. So if we were to take 51.37 minus 49.99, it goes $1.38 movement right there. You could see there's a $2.55 difference between the current market and the highest market, or there's a $1.38 difference between current market and the lowest price here. So that's the reason why I'm holding it out on my Pfizer to hopefully that it'll make more than 1,288.60. In fact, if it goes back, this closing credit was to go back to 12.55, I'll make $1,788.10, and I'll be fine with that. Okay, so that's why writing it out on journal is just so important here. Okay, because I use my journal as a leverage to set up my closing credit limit. Another thing that I wanted to kind of talk about is this one, Delta. So Delta, obviously, I'm losing money. It's negative 135.82. So whenever you see a parentheses by the dollar sign, that means I'm losing money. And again, I want to hold this out because it's a down trade again. And if we were to look at the Delta, for example, you gotta just always double check because sometimes they'll change on you, even though you put the right symbol in there. Okay, so obviously, 10-day movement is, gone up towards the ceiling here. 32.97 is the highest on the 10-day chart, and current market is 32.60. This was after the closing, but since then, there's enough movement, it went up a little bit. So maybe it went up 14 cents. So that's why it's 32.74. So, and I want this to go down because it is going up is the reason why I'm losing money, 135.82. So if I was to look at this, like I have it written down as 138.32 after the market closed today. And the market was 32.61, but you could see right now it's 32.74, and now I'm losing 135.82. So the higher the market is on the downtrade, I'll be losing more money right there. Okay. So I'm going to hold it out for 10 days and hoping that my airline of Delta Airlines will go down, come down to here, hopefully to like 28.37 with the next 10 days. Because it's possible the lowest was 28.14, and I'll be okay to have this go down to like 28.37, or even to, you know, like even 30 or 29 or 28, somewhere in here, 29.09 or 28.83, somewhere, anywhere in these numbers. You know, as soon as it comes down, then I may want to close it. So that's all today for the video. I hope to see you on my next video again. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.